another interesting project that I have to show you today. I'll be making a shoulder bag, a handbag, using the Zig Zag or Braided Puff Stitch. Now for this project I'll be using black red heart yarn, and it's a number 4. I don't have the wrapper. I really wanted this to be in black, so I hope you can see what I'm doing, but I'll have the instructions in the description box below. I'll be using a 4mm crochet hook. I have a pair of scissors, and I have a yarn needle to sew in all my loose ends. Now for this puff stitch bag, for this pattern I'll be making a chain of 36 plus 4, and for the puff stitch it's always in multiples of 3, and you have to allow for the turning chain. Some people use chain 3, but I'm going to use a chain 4, so I'm going to chain 36 plus 4 as my foundation chain to get started. I'm going to make my loop. Everyone starts differently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36 plus 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now what I'll be doing, I'll be making a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. Just hope you could see. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Making a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. Let me get some yarn pull from my spool. Okay, and now to make the first puff stitch, I have to go back into the last of the turning chain 4, and you have the stitch, 1 chain stitch. I myself can't see the color too well, and in this 1 chain space we'll have to yarn the puff stitches to yarn over 4 times, and you pull up and you leave all the loops on the hook. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. You chain 1. After you pull up all the loops on the hook, you yarn over and you pull through all the loops. This is the first puff stitch. Now after the first puff stitch, you skip 2 chains. Skip 2 chains, 1, 2, make a double crochet, sorry, in the other chain, and now you go back into the chain before, and here we're going to put our puff stitch in this chain space, the second of the two chains that we missed, that we skipped. So you pull up 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we yarn over, you pull through all those loops, and you chain 1, then you skip 2 chains again, 1, 2, double crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to go back in the second of the 2 chains that we missed, and we're going to do a other puff stitch. That's backwards, and you yarn over, you pull up. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, you pull through all the loops on the hook, and you chain 1, and we will repeat that all the way to the end of the chain. So you have to skip 2 after each puff stitch. We skip 2 chains, 1, 2, then you double crochet in the 3rd chain, then you come back in the second of the 2 chains that you skip, and we make our puff stitch, and we continue in that fashion until we reach to the end of the chain strip. So I'll continue off camera just for the sake of time, and I'll complete the other puff stitch, and I'll come back and I'll show you how I'm going to turn to begin the second row. I've now completed all of the puff stitch, and I'm now on the last chain on the strip. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a double crochet in this last chain, and we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to turn, and we're going to walk all across the strip in the same manner. So now that we turn, what we're going to do next on the second row, we made our chain 3. Now we're going to make a double crochet in the first, on top of the double crochet of the previous round, and there is a space right between here, that space right there. This is where we're going to put our puff stitch between the double crochet and the puff stitch from the previous row, right in there. So we're going to put our puff stitch right in this space. We're going to pull up yarn the one, pull up 4 times, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through all our loops, chain 1, and we're going to repeat the same thing. We're going to now make a double crochet in this stitch, and as we did before, we're going to look for this space between the double crochet and the puff stitch of the previous row, and we're going to put our puff stitch right in this space. So I'll continue in this manner all along until I reach the desired length of this bag. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, pull through all the loops, chain 1. We made 2 puff stitch so far on the second row. So we're going to repeat this all along until we get to the desired length that we need our bag. And I'll walk all those rows off camera, and I'll come back as soon as I get the desired length of the bag, and we'll put it all together. Hi, I've now completed the rows for my little girl's bag. I made I think it's 12 rows of the puff stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I went ahead, I put on my button, and I also made a little flap for the bag, and I also crochet a shoulder strap as well, which we'll put on in a minute. Now let's talk about the strap. Let me zoom in a little closer. Sorry about that. Okay, now the strap, the flap. I counted in 3 of the puff stitches from the edge. 1, 2, 3. And I attach my yarn right at the 3rd puff stitch from the right side, and I did the same thing on the left side. I counted in 3 puff stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and this is where I started to attach the cord and started to work on the flap. Now the flap, I did I did 10 double crochets across, and I did that for the first 3 rows, and from the 4th row to the 6th row I started to decrease, and I ended up with 3 double crochet at the end, and then I made a chain 5, and I single crochet on the other side of the 3rd double crochet. And if you notice, I have a nice little edging around the edge of the flap. What I did after I made the chain 5, and I attach it to the other side of the last 3rd of the 3 double crochets of the flap, I attach the yarn right here in the corner of the flap, right in this corner here, and I started walking along the double crochets, and in each double crochet, to get this little pattern, in each of the double crochet I made a single crochet, 2 half double crochet, and a single crochet in over each of the double crochets all along the flap. And when I get up to the chain 5, I put 10 single crochets over the chain 5 loop, and I walk down the other side in the same manner. Over each of the side double crochets I walked 1 single crochet, 2 half double crochet, and 1 single crochet to form these little petals. I hope they are visible, the little edging that I made over the flap. And after that I cut my yarn, and I attach it, and to balance it off, to make an edge right around the top of the bag, I attach the yarn right in this corner, just below where the flap ends, and I made single crochets right along the edge of the bag until I reached the other side of the flap. And I cut my yarn and I finished off the flap and the edging of the bag. I hope that is clear. And I sewed on my button, and here I'll put it on for you to see how it went on. So this is my little bag, the little girl's bag. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to sew on the strap on the side of the bag. Now for the strap, I made a chain of 100, and I single crochet in the third chain from the hook. And I walked those after I made a double crochet in the second chain from the hook, I continue making double crochets right along the strip. But what I did, I made the double crochets in the back loop of the chain. Maybe I can you wouldn't see it so clearly on the black yarn, but I'll try to demonstrate it on the gray yarn so you would understand how I walk into the back loops. I'll just make a short chain with the gray yarn and show you. I'll just make a few chains, about 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I yarn over my needle, and if you can see at the back of the, well, on the chain strip itself, each chain has a top and a bottom. Well, normally we walk in the top of each chain, but this time I'm gonna turn it slightly over like this, and I'll be crocheting in these little humps, the little bumps at the back. That's where I'll be making my double crochets. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Yarn over, insert the hook in the first bump. We make a double crochet as normal. That's our first crochet in the first bump. Now I'll make my double crochet in the second bump. I'm going right along. Okay, now you see how nice and flat this is. You get a nice flat surface. So that is how I made the strap for the little bag. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stitch on the strap. I left let me open it up so I can work on the strap. I left a little tail on the end, but for the other side I'll have to thread up my yarn needle again and start to attach that one. So I'm gonna start attaching I hope this is sufficient. Okay, so oh, did I mention the side seams? What I did is to close up the bag. After I reach the 12 rows, I just flip it over on itself, and I made single crochets all along the edge, the bottom edge, and the one side that was open up. I just simply made single crochets, and I close up the bag, and I have some nice edges, nice clean edges. You know, the bag came out nicely. See the side seams. They're nicely done, but of course the black yarn, it's hard to see. So now I'm gonna attach right in the corner because it's folded in half. So I'll attach the handle to each side. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I'm gonna try and have it lined up. Do this very well because it's the handle of the bag. So I'll go over once more, a few more stitches. So I'll turn it inside now, and to finish off I'll just weave in the ends. And I'll come back again. Do that once more, because this bag would get a lot of wear and tear, so we have to make certain that everything is properly weaved in and everything is properly attached. Now here is the handle. This is the one side. I'm gonna get some more yarn. make sure my strap is nice and straight. Okay. I'm going to walk on the other side. Goes right in the corner. Do that back straight to the other side again. I'm gonna have the instructions written out so it will be easy to follow as well. Okay, I think that's sturdy enough for the bag handle, so I'm gonna come and end it off as I did the other one. And now cut my yarn. So just let me tie these two pieces and I'll weave them in as well. I'll just take my hook, my crochet hook, simply pull them on the other side in between the stitches. Now I have the bag all finished. Zoom it out so you can see. Our bag is now complete. The little girl's bag. Handle is on. It's real pretty, real gorgeous. Close the flap. I hope you enjoy this tutorial for this little girl's bag. Very nice for the summer. I hope you like. I hope you subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Now thanks for watching. Bye.